Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. I am your host Faisal Raza and you are watching Foresight. Viewers, as you all know, that Pakistan is going to host Shanghai Cooperation Organization's heads of government meeting in next month in October. As Pakistan is to hold the rotating chairmanship of the councils of heads of government of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which is the second highest forum of the organization. It is worth mentioning that this part of the world is predominantly and highly relevant to the international community. Why? Because this part of the world holds at least 45% of the population, having 27% of the global GDP, which exceeds at least 25 trillion US dollars. SCO member states, including Pakistan, has the ample opportunity for growth, particularly in the economic domain, trade, commerce, and all others. And the heads of government meeting provide a great platform where, including Pakistan, all the member countries of the SCO can grow. Pakistan is situated at the crossroads of South, Central, and West Asia. And that's why Pakistan gives an immense value to Shanghai Cooperation Organization member states from the standpoint of trade, connectivity, commerce, and all other aspects related to the economics. To discuss this very important aspect, we have in our studios Dr. Usman Chohan. He is the advisor on economic affairs to the President CAS, Center for Aerospace and Security Studies. He is here in the studios. Thank you very much, Dr. Thank you for your presence. And with him, Mr. Asadullah Khan. He is the research fellow at Institute of Strategic Studies, Islamabad. Most welcome to you, Asad. Thank you very much for your presence as well. And online joining us, Ms. Qurrat-Ul-Ain. She is the Vice President of Federation of Pakistan Chambers of Commerce and Industries. Most welcome to you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your time as well. My first question to you, Asad, that Shanghai spirit is the real essence of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and stands for mutual respect and respect for shared opportunity, prosperity, and development. It faces great transformation in geopolitics and geoeconomic domains. How much we remain successful in harnessing the economic integration for at least 45% of our global population?
Thank you, Faisal Saab. Thank you for your invitation to the program. SCO summit is coming up, but in that context, we need to understand what were the objectives of this SCO when it was formed. So we need to understand that this particular organization was formed to increase people-to-people connectivity, to promote cultural values, to promote regional connectivity. Economic side is always there, and the security side. Now in in the contemporary context, if you frame this concept of security, it does not remain in the traditional concept that was before. It now also includes the economic security in the realm of the regular traditional security. I believe that this platform of SCO, is a great voice for this whole region, of which you are saying that it comprises of 45% of the population. But there are still many opportunities which we need to harness through this forum. Let me discuss here about the infrastructure development, the tourism potential that SCO member states have, which is untapped yet, the trade facilitation that we need to do in this SCO, investment and promotion of investment and technology in the SCO member states, because now we are moving towards the era where innovation and technology is must for every developing and developed nations. So they need to work in these realms. And last but not least, we also need to work towards a system of regional currency swap. This is just my idea. that SCO member states
But
should
before you, it's the Russian President Putin's idea. So, that's really that is there.
That is there. So we need to have some currency swap thing on regional level as well.
Obviously, it's very important.
That will enhance mutual understanding between the SCO member states. That will enhance their development. That will further their national interest on this particular forum. So yes, it is an instrumental forum, but to my understanding, we can make more use of it.
Obviously, you are absolutely right, Dr. Usman. Do you not think that the Shanghai Cooperation Organization provides a vibrant platform for Pakistan and other members or affiliated countries to explore great economic ties and cooperation within the region, especially in trade, investment, energy, innovation, as rightly pointed out by Asad, entrepreneurship, transport and connectivity?
Absolutely. You've enumerated a very powerful list of options that exist for Pakistan to engage with the SCO member countries. As you are well aware, the global center of economic gravity has shifted eastward and southward for the past 30 years. And now the global center of economic activity is very much in and around Pakistan. And SCO countries basically form a locational axis around Pakistan, a bit to the north, a bit to the east, a bit to the west, a bit to the south, and they are all on, I think, of one mind in terms of the need for translating what is a reality of economic growth and prosperity into a shared vision, co-prosperity sphere. And I think that the SCO is, if not the most important, one of the most important such fora in the world for new avenues of cooperation that go beyond the system that has existed since 1945, which is outdated, doesn't reflect the world's demographics, the world's economics, the world's politics. And so the SCO is part of a new wave of change in the world order for the better.
Definitely, you are absolutely right. When we are talking about, Vice President of the FPCCI, Ms. Qurrat-Ul-Ain is with us. Ma'am, do you not think that as a host of Shanghai Cooperation Organization Head of Government meeting, Pakistan is going to have the ample opportunity to establish robust commerce and trade relations with the SCO states, besides attracting foreign direct investments from the relevant members for reviving its economy and to boost development projects particularly? How much we are focused on it and how much, whether the chamber is geared up for that?
Thank you very much, Faisal Sahab, for inviting me to this very important discussion today. So I would like to mention that in last week on 12th and 13th of September, we hosted this SCO conference for business and investment from the platform of Federation of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And absolutely, which your question is that Pakistan role for the as the upcoming host for SCO head of government meetings would definitely providing a unique opportunity, and it will be an activity which can strengthen the trade and investment ties with the SCO member states. So as you asked about that, whether we all are focused or not, that's why this activity has been taken place. And at FPCCI, definitely we are very much deeply focused, and we really wanted to provide a leverage platform for investment, especially in key sector areas, in the development of the infrastructure of the technology and energy, and very rightly mentioned by Asad Saab about the tourism. So in our plenary discussions and sessions, we also focus on this tourism sector, which is a very important part between the SCO countries. So I assure you that the Federation of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce and Industry is fully geared up to support and promote the Pakistan interest through various initiatives in which we can include the trade delegation, B2B meetings, networking opportunities, and the conference. And this upcoming session is just not about the diplomacy, but it is very important and critical step towards the economic integration and growth of Pakistan and across this SCO region.
Just mentioned about a conference on trade, investment and related to the tourism. So how much that was successful and what were the real outcomes of the conference. Do you see that the concrete results in the near future regarding the trade and investments with reference to Pakistan would come, and how much that conference overall grasp the essence of Shanghai Cooperation Organization?
To my extent, and even with the feedback of all the stakeholders, it was, alhamdulillah, a very tremendous success, and it brought together the key stakeholders across SCO member states, which includes the government officials and diplomats and the business community, where all sit in a very conducive environment and exchange about the trade dialogues. As I told you, that it includes the plenary sessions, and it includes the panel discussion about different sectors and issues which we are facing right now with SCO states, and what can be the way forward in which we can enhance the effectiveness of the SCO cooperation for which it has been established. So we have already seen several promising leads during this conference, in which we have get connected the SCO member region countries to each other, and already we have some leads in agriculture, in technology, and in infrastructure. So we are very much optimistic that with enhanced trade partnerships, and in coming months, we can see some very tangible output results out of it. And definitely in the next month, when the head of the government states would be meeting, and then will be more effective approach towards that. I see it with a very optimistic view that such kind of things will definitely make SCO as effective as EU cooperation, regional cooperation exists between those EU member states.
We are all looking forward to have tangible results of the heads of government meeting, no doubt about that. Asad, how much investments are crucial in our collective connectivity capacity to advance our shared vision of an economically integrated region? Because countries like Pakistan are located geographically at a juncture where they can facilitate bilateral or multilateral trade to the different regions and help region to grow further.
Definitely, investments are very important to grow and prosper in the region for any country, as a matter, not only for Pakistan, for any country in the world. But if we speak about Pakistan particularly, you need to understand a bit. You need to contextualize it first. How? We always thought that our location is our strength. That is our geography and where we are located in the world. But to my understanding, this location is now complemented by the idea of promoting geo-economics in the region, that Pakistan has brought a shift in its policy in the past few years, that is of shifting from geopolitics to geoeconomics. Now that idea is the main driving force behind attracting the investments inside Pakistan. In that realm, I find two basic concepts. One is the physical connectivity that needs to be enhanced to attain that idea of geoeconomics, and the other one is the digital connectivity. We have to work on physical connectivity by increasing our infrastructure, by developing rail networks, by developing energy corridors and whatnot. But we also need to work on the improve our digital connectivity with other states by working or strengthening our technology and innovation side. This is basically to bridge the existing digital divide between some of those states who are much more progressing faster than Pakistan. So you need to bring a kind of stability in both in the region, if you're in the region. Pakistan is considered as a connectivity hub, and that is no doubt about it. We have access to the sea, we have access to some of the landlocked countries, because through us those landlocked countries will be able to increase their trade and connectivity with other regions. So for that, we need to come up with some innovative ideas. I believe the green development idea is one of those ideas which Pakistan can explore, that we can contribute in such modernization that is environment friendly, because at the same time our region is going through severe climate changes as
obviously,
well.
no doubt about that.
So we need to kind of bring those ideas on the table which are not or not has been put by any other state.
But this idea is very vibrant, that we should have to pitch some sort of innovative things and based on creativity, and we have to pitch or such ideas so that those could be lucrative to catch on.
Yes, and we need to increase the economic interdependence
obviously,
as well.
Obviously.
Yes.
Dr. Usman, SCO's position on significant global issues such as terrorism and economic growth are consistent to the Pakistan's foreign policy objectives and even the internal and the economic objectives. Then why is the case that we are still lag behind in economic integration with the SCO countries, especially bilateral trade volume, investments and connectivity?
It's a very good question, because in principle we have a complete alignment with the values of the SCO. That is by design, because the SCO is designed in a manner to be inclusive and respectful. It is not something that is the product of colonialism or violence like other big arrangements in the world. Instead, it is a new arrangement. Therefore, it aligns very well with us, and it aligns with just about everybody.
Obviously.
And yet, as you have correctly mentioned, there is some gap between the level of integration that is possible and what we currently have on the ground. I believe this is because of the heterogeneous nature of membership in the SCO. The SCO comprises countries that are part of one geographical area, more or less, but their worldviews are quite different. That is to say that something like China, Russia, India, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, these are all large countries, they're all important countries, and they're the product of complex historical processes with even lingering animosities among some members. So with so much heterogeneity, you can start from a basic premise that we have some common shared values and some grand objective of co-prosperity, harmony, peace and respect. That is fair. But in order to realize that integration, we also have to take cognizance of the heterogeneity that exists among the countries. There is, for example, quite a bit of demographic heterogeneity. The world's largest, second largest, and fifth largest countries are in this organization. And then territorially, the largest, third largest, eighth largest are in this organization. And at the same time, there's some very small countries in it too. So how do you get everybody to integrate to an equal amount? I think it is done at a different pace. And the systems are different, they're heterogeneous, but you can still do it in a measured pace without encroaching. The important thing is, it's all right to go slowly. Slow and steady wins the race. As long as you do it in a measured and comprehensive fashion, you can do it slowly, because
Again, I think so that it's the beauty of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Charter that aligns itself with the UN Charter. And a UN Charter has a beauty that every country which is the member of the UN is the sovereign country and have a territorial geographical integrity. So the thing is that all countries are same when it comes to the SCO. But yes, of course, it takes time to implement all those. So, Dr. Chohan, China has invested around 2 to 3 billion in agriculture, particularly in research and development, and joint ventures within the SCO member states, especially for advanced farm tech, seed development, sustainable agriculture products and all others. Pakistan has the focus on green revolution under the Special Investment Facilitation Council, SIFC. Can we get benefit out of the Chinese agriculture sector funding which is available there at the SCO platform?
Yes, absolutely. This is a very good area for cooperation, because it is first and foremost funding, that's good, but there's also a lot of technical expertise that is available in China for a common problem. China has done a remarkable thing over the last 50 years in combating the desert, fighting the desert. What it has done is really astounding, and ironically, other parts of the world like to take credit for global or globalization, but actually it was China's hard work on fighting the desert. That fighting the desert is also our problem, because we have a large territory. perhaps not compared to China, but in absolute terms, it's a very large country, and half of it is desert. Half of it is totally unpopulated. So the other part, which is the banks of the Indus River, are very populated. How do we encroach and take back land from the desert? This challenge, I think no country can help us with this better than China.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt about that. Yes, we can do it, but we have to actually replicate what the China successfully done in the Gobi Desert particularly. So, Asadullah, unlike other Shanghai Cooperation Organization member countries like China, Russia and Central Asian states, Pakistan is the only linked with China through or via Karakoram Highway and not an established air, rail, road link with the Central Asian republics or Russia. Is it not a hurdle in expanding trade and transportation within the region, and resultantly the economic integration is at the slow pace?
You know, sir, there, beside challenges, there are also opportunities.
Obviously, always,
yes.
always.
There are always challenges in any phenomena that you're looking at. But I believe we should look it from the lens of positivity. What is going on is that we can analyze it systematically by saying that how we can increase the connectivity. We can increase the connectivity through, number one, railways or by road, number two, through air corridor, or through maritime or the water corridor, or through sea. Now, if you are reaching towards China, we need to enhance our connectivity through either through rail, road, or through air corridor, because
it's not only about China, because we are talking about Russia.
Yes, I'll be coming. Yes, I'll be coming towards others as well. So we need to work in the domain of increasing the direct flights to other states. We need to build to work more on the infrastructure. CPAC is the one main bone in this regard, and we are already working on it very enthusiastically, both the Chinese side and the Pakistani side. If you look towards the Central Asian states, now here comes the problem, that is Afghanistan, between Pakistan and Central Asian states. So there is always a room to get a connectivity with the Central Asian states through railways. Pakistan, Afghanistan and Uzbekistan railway track line is the one option that Pakistan is working on.
That is Trans-Afghan Railway. That is important, really.
Yeah, that is the one option. But with other states, we also need to sort out some such, kind of mechanism. But the security concerns inside Afghanistan are always,
definitely. We'll discuss this point. This is very important point.
One major issue.
Obviously. Ma'am Qurrat-Ul-Ain, how to expand SCO's scope beyond regional security by having implementable plans for increased connectivity, joint energy infrastructure, banking platforms to enable local currency transactions, especially to reduce dependence on dollar, SCO-based payment system, and the soft visa regime to boost the regional trade? Because Russian President Putin hailed the use of national currencies instead of the US dollar and called for a new payment system within the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. How do you see that?
Yes, that's absolutely a very important area, because definitely expanding the scope of SCO beyond security is very crucial for this regional economic integration. During this conference, then I again mentioned that in one of our panel discussion, when we were talking about the trade cooperation among these SCO countries, we also invited NLC with us to see that how this logistic arrangements needs to be corrected. And as all of the panelists have already said, that we have to work on visa streams, that we have to make it easy for the SCO countries. We have to make the road and air corridors and the water corridors in a way that this trade and this tourism can be enhanced among those countries. And when we are talking about SCO cooperation, we have to especially focus on the energy cooperation agreements, and particularly in the area of renewable energies. And we can work on the joint energy grids, which can be mutually benefit for SCO countries. And then we talk about a very important point of establishing the banking channels. So we need to establish the regional banking channels along with the system of transactions in the local currencies, as said by the Putin, because it is very important if we really wanted that dollar monopoly has to be reduced, then we have to do the commodities exchange among the SCO countries. We have to deal with the local currency so we can reduce the reliance on the dollar, and we can enable a smoother trade flow between the Shanghai Cooperation countries. And I assure that at Federation of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce, we are trying to play an active role so we can advocate for these initiatives to be implemented. And these collaborative approach definitely would be making us able to achieve these goals, because it is very important, because whenever we are looking towards EU cooperation or towards ASEAN, and we talk about that they are working very effectively, the trade volumes between the different countries is equal, then definitely they have made facilitations in a way that it works properly. So at the same time, we know.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right in that perspective that we should have to trade in our local or national currencies rather too much reliance on dollar. Particularly, it is not about dish the dollar, but the thing is that we should have to strengthen our own national currencies, and we have run short of foreign exchange as well. Why to every time use dollar in exchange of goods or all that? So do you think that currency swap would be the right idea, or to have a single currency at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization level would be a great idea to have the robust trade and to increase the trade volume in our national currencies?
We have to, that's why we are meeting and the head of the states are meeting. So definitely, I think right now we can do the currency swaps, and then on the later part, as EU has developed their one currency, that is euro. So looking upon the trade potential and the need of the time, we may have our one own currency which can be very strong, and that can bring economic potential and stability to the whole SCO region. And then I would also suggest that we should have to see that maybe during this exchange of currencies, we can have the commodities exchange. We can buy one commodity from a country and then can trade the other commodity from the other SCO region. That
We're talking about the barter trade.
Yeah, barter trade.
So, ma'am, according to the United Nations database, the aggregate trade volume of the SCO 6 main or the original members initially that surpassed at least 112.5 trillion in 2019, and latest figures tell us that it is more than 465 trillion now. So at least as we have just in time, the overall record suggests that China is actually predominantly or dominantly overall the trade volume. So where you grade Pakistan in trade with the SCO member nations, and how Pakistan's existing trade volume can be enhanced, and in what capacity particularly, and how much we can ready to boost that trade? Do we have the base available like industry and all that, and we can enhance in next 2 to 5 years?
Absolutely right that currently China is dominating this statics in the Pakistan in the trade of SCO countries. But if we look upon our strategic location, because we are the gateway between the Central and the South Asian, combined with the projects like CPAC, because we are already working with China. So Pakistan can position itself very well to enhance that trade portfolio. So to enhance the trade volume, we are working for improving our export quality, and especially in terms of textile, pharmaceuticals, agriculture, because these are the areas where we have competitive advantage over other SEO countries. So with better connectivity, streamlined, and with better custom procedures, which need to be revisited, and the reduction of the non-tariff barriers, we are confident that Pakistan trade with the SEO countries will significantly improve in the near future, inshallah.
Yes, definitely. Your point well taken. Asad, China is pursuing the Vibrant Belt and Road Initiative, to which Pakistan is the part of it in the form of projects CPAC. While Russia is eager to fully implement the Eurasian corridor, and it's kicked off with the Eurasian transport network, having 5 key sub-corridors within. How these initiatives pave the way for regional development in Pakistan can be in a position to have a keynote in the regional commerce network.
Yeah. First, you talked about CPEC, the Chinese initiative, and Pakistan is very actively pursuing that initiative. What CPEC is offering us, it is offering us regional connectivity, it is offering us increased trade, increased economic interdependence, and an interconnected, prosperous region, as Madam has also highlighted on the concept of EU, that how EU has been already working. So CPEC is offering a lot of things to us in terms of strengthening our position in the region. You have also talked about the Russian initiative. So what Pakistan can gain out of that is access to the Eurasian market, and you know that Pakistan is a huge energy consumer.
It is.
So we can have access to the cheap energy through that particular Russian initiative. These are the opportunities. Now, what are the common things in the BRI or the CPAC and this Russian initiative that Pakistan can achieve? I believe that more interconnectedness, more regional connectivity, the prominent role for Pakistan in the region, and and acting as a connectivity hub in the region. These are the opportunities that Pakistan should capitalize on.
Definitely.
And
you are absolutely
and they can
right.
move forward, and they have this importance in this SCO regional framework. Pakistan has its
Your
own
point well
importance.
taken, Asad. Dr. Usman, under the concept of multilateralism, why not to restore the ancient Silk Route through contemporary road and rail transport facilitation amongst the SCO member nations to transform regional connectivity? And do you not think that in today's political economy, such restoration would be both economically and strategically viable?
It would be economically and strategically viable. It would actually add a layer of security to the entire region because of the interconnectedness of the corridors, economic corridors. So it would be very positive. It is a bigger challenge to do this in our era than in the ancient Silk Road, because nation states did not exist back then, and so there were not the sorts of visa controls, borders and stuff in the way that we find today. Actually, both land and maritime movement throughout the Asian heartland was far, far easier back then, particularly after Pax Mongolica in the 13th century. We don't have that kind of environment today, and the thing is, all nation states want some cut from this, some level of fiscal gain from it. This competition also complicates the movement, the free movement of goods and people.
Obviously.
But there are some merits to look at common interests. I don't, for example, believe that there should be an SCO currency, because we need that monetary flexibility and freedom. And there's many examples from within the EU that we know you don't want to just pass this monetary sovereignty to some higher power. The second thing is, if there are things within the SCO, we also have to be very careful about what we gain from that. Just taking every single measure at face value would not be advantageous to Pakistan, it would be more advantageous to other countries in the SCO. So we have to find our niche within this.
Definitely.
And that is actually a careful challenge. We need to have more debate about which elements within SCO maximize our gain while also helping others out.
Definitely, you are absolutely right. So right now, two main hurdles in SCO economic integration and development are the regional terrorism and unstable Afghanistan. That's why SCO security cooperation and eradication of three evil forces like terrorism, separatism and religious extremism is inevitable to address right now. So in this context particularly, how much SCO Afghanistan engagement is vital to address the connectivity issues for the real-time economic development and integration among the SCO member states?
This is a very important point because you will see that the SCO spans a variety of development levels as well as security levels. If you compare them, Afghanistan is a problem case. It's been a problem case for 40 years, and the arrangements of power there right now are inherently unstable. There are questions about legitimacy. The outside world, for example, does not recognize what is happening there. So this makes it very hard for all neighboring countries. For Pakistan, Pakistan has given so much to Afghanistan and only gotten thanklessness in return. But Pakistan is a responsible country and knows that the prosperity and security of neighbors ensures its security too. The same is true for China. So we have to gradually work on the legitimation, the stability, the normalization of socio-cultural, political and technological forces in Afghanistan, so that comes up to the base measure. The base measure of the SCO is actually quite high because there's USSR legacy states, there's so much progress in China. Pakistan has moved forward so far in 75 years. So there's a lot for Afghanistan to catch up on, and so all countries need to be helpful while also telling the arrangements of power there that they cannot continue on an ad hoc basis. They need normalcy and provide that normalcy to their neighbors.
Definitely, you are absolutely right. Asad, do you not think that the SCO platform in presence of the troublesome India and problematic Afghanistan is unable to attain real economic growth, and due to this very factors, most of the SCO members, observers and dialogue partners are suffering, including Pakistan?
There's a famous quote that you can't choose your neighbors.
So obviously it is.
So,
yes.
so we have to survive with these neighbors. Now what India is trying to do, India is creating problems for Pakistan diplomatically. It is maligning Pakistan's image internationally. It is sabotaging the ongoing CPEC project through the propaganda and
not only through propaganda but also the state-sponsored terrorism
yes,
that is
exactly,
going on.
Yes, exactly. And all these are, the concrete are proved with the concrete evidence from the Pakistani side. So Indian aims are, not something that we are not aware of. It's hybrid warfare against Pakistan that include both this economic warfare as well. So we have to deal with India somehow if we want to survive in this region. If you look towards Afghanistan, what Afghanistan has been trying to do is, after the US withdrawal, the security concerns from the Afghanistan side, the terrorism that is coming from the Afghanistan side in Pakistan is a source of concern for Pakistan. We have been addressing them, these issues again and again. We have been delivering it, asking them to resolve these issues, but there is no cooperation from the Afghanistan side as well. So I believe that the region will not prosper if such attitudes from these states will prevail. They will have to, realize their responsibilities, not only for their own benefit, but for the regional, security as well. Because when the region will not be secure, ultimately no country will be secure.
Obviously, it is no doubt about that.
And you have seen the recent thing that has happened about the national anthem of Pakistan.
Yes.
How the Afghanistan
It is really
diplomat-
condemnable. It
Yes,
is really
yes,
condemnable what
yes.
the Afghan charge d'affaires and his affiliate was sitting in that particular event during the national anthem was played. So
Yes.
it was unfortunate and very condemnable.
Yes, exactly. So what Pakistan can do is Pakistan can play its role. Ignoring what other neighbors are doing, Pakistan can play its part to promote the positivity, to strengthen this SCO forum, because that's the only solution I see. at
No
the
doubt,
moment.
no doubt about that, no doubt about that. Your point well taken. Ma'am, Qurrat-Ul-Ain, how Pakistan's Federation of Chambers of Commerce and Industries and the chambers related to the SCO member countries can collaborate to expand inter and intra-regional trade, commercial activities, investments, tech transfer, digital collaboration, etc. among each other?
Faisal, we from Federation is always trying to be on the forefront for fostering such collaboration between Chamber of Commerces and between trade organizations. So we are trying to build very strong and long-term relationship through joint business councils, frequent trade delegation, as I already mentioned to you, because that's very important to make the connectivity between B2B partnerships. And especially very important area which need to be focused is about the technology and knowledge transfer, where we will be facilitating the collaboration in the areas like digital innovations, renewable energy, and agriculture technologies. As already mentioned, that China is doing a lot of investment in research and development, and through different trade partners with which we are working at Federation of Chamber of Commerce and Industries, we're trying to get the benefit of those research and development and technology innovation which is available. And so by working closely with the chambers, we really aim to enhance the trade flow, which will definitely attracting the investment, foreign direct investment in Pakistan, because there are so many potential areas which can be of great value for other SCO member states to look and to invest in different parts and sectors. And as already we have discussed, that tourism is one of the biggest sector. Agriculture is a very potential sector. So by promoting all these joint ventures, definitely it can be of use for the entire region of SCO. So our vision is to create a robust ecosystem where the businesses between the SCO countries should thrive together, and definitely it will be bringing more prosperity to Pakistan.
Ma'am, absolutely, your point well taken, and thank you very much for being with us online, for your presence. Thank you very much, and very candid views. Thank you very much, Dr. Usman, for your presence in the studios. Thank you very much, Asad, for your presence here. Viewers, as you have just listened to our panelists, it is no doubt that economic security is the vital aspect of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, as Pakistan is geared up to have to host the heads of governments in Islamabad in the next month of October. It is we are very much hopeful that the infrastructure development, tourism, trade and investment, innovation and technology collaboration would be the key agenda of the heads of government meeting. A currency swap is going to be a real-time boost for the trade and commerce and the whole of the SCO region. We have to focus on the physical and digital connectivity along with the trade and investment. Also grab the opportunities available for funding and the agri-tech development particularly, and particularly the digital collaboration in between. The non-tariff barriers and the custom matters must have to be resolved, along with the visa regime flexibility that is needed among all the member states of the SCO. The ancient Silk Road must have to be revived. That is the going to be the key. And SCO Afghanistan engagement is vital. Unfortunately, the Kabul's non-cooperation attitude is hampering whole of the regional development, particularly Pakistan and the Central Asian republics are suffering because of that, and that must have to be harnessed in a sense. Along with that, it is very important that we have to eradicate all the barriers and hurdles which are there in trade and investment. Good thing is that the Federation of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce is all set and geared up to focus on trade and commerce. Along with that, the agri development, the tech transfer and the knowledge transfer which is available at the SCO platform, and that is going to be the key to success in future. And the next month of October will be very exciting regarding the regional developments, the economic integration, and particularly when we are focusing upon the trade and commerce in the region. This is all from today's Foresight. It's time to sign off. Allah Hafiz.